Leute, da haben wir Mission 6 der Kampagne für die Mi-8. War eine nette Mission, etwas eintönig. In der Arktik sind wir diesmal. Wieder eine tolle Transportmission. Wir müssen wieder ein paar Leute durch die Gegend fliegen. Somit sollten wir also auch etwas wieder smooth durch die Gegend fliegen, um die Passagiere nicht zum Übelwerden zu bewegen. Ansonsten liegt der Fokus quasi auf Navigation. Ist jetzt nicht überschwer, wenn wir mal davon absehen, dass man wieder in der weißen Hölle landen muss, wo man quasi keinerlei Anhaltspunkte hat, wo quasi Booten beginnt und wo nicht. Aber ansonsten eigentlich eine tolle Mission, etwas lang wieder für meinen Geschmack. In der Mission gibt es sehr viel Text, also sehr viel Geräte, aber es war mir schon etwas zu viel. Wenn wir losfliegen und beziehungsweise ihr lest genau das Briefing, achtet darauf, dass ihr von dem zweiten Wegpunkt da nicht direkt losfliegen sollt, sondern ihr sollt die Strecke zurückfliegen. Schreibt euch die NDBs vorher auf, macht es wirklich einfacher. Schaut euch die Strecke vorher an, aber ansonsten soll es eigentlich da keine Probleme für geben. Am Ende war natürlich wieder das erwähnenswert, der Funk beim Landen, irgendeine Merkwürdigkeit wieder, hat nicht geklappt, hat aber an meiner Punktezahl nichts geändert, also passte. Jetzt aber genug gelabert, viel Spaß beim Anschauen.
Okay, Dimitri and Andrei. As you already know, I'm Serega. I'll be your flight engineer and guide in these extreme north regions. The pre-flight check is complete. Flight manuals on board, checked. Latches, doors, hatches, closed.
Altimeters are checked. Pressure and altimeter adjustments as per charts are checked. Fuel load 1,354 kilos. Total payload 1,210 kilos. Takeoff weight 10,450 kilos. En route fuel reserve is taken into account and included in the total fuel load. What's up, Sarega? Do you two need to get to know each other again? Are the passengers seated?
Yes, sir. Everyone's seated and seatbelts fastened. Cargo is secured to the floor with mooring nets. There are 15 passengers. 6 of them, a group of BBC journalists. The leader of the group is Nastya, a nice girl. She looks like a model, unlike the leader of meteorologists' group, Peter Petrovich. Under his command are 5 meteorologists, 6 including him. The third group are 3 polar explorers. They boarded at White Bear Station.
April 2nd, 2016. Chelyabinsk 15 station. Report scene, helicopter pre-flight check is complete. Airport's radio frequency is 127.5, call sign Shvora. Engineer, start please. Andre, after engine start, immediately turn on the anti-icing system. You can easily get a compressor stall in these low temperatures. And don't forget to turn on the pitot heat.
Шпора, 845, запуск.
8-4-5. Шпор. Запуск разрешаю. Ветер у земли 2-1-6. Скорость 5 метров в секунду.
The outside temperature is 32 degrees below zero.
Ah, spring starts. You can't imagine how lovely it is to see the sun after 6 months of dark. Let me remind you of the key features of flying a helicopter in polar conditions. Magnetorotational instability. There are only a small number of natural and specific man-made landmarks. Very frequent changes of meteorological conditions and abnormally low air temperatures. We have already consulted with the Narayan Mar and the military crews. I also have some experience flying in this area. The emergency equipment on board consists of an emergency food supply, 10 liters of water, an emergency radio transmitter, signaling equipment, and extreme weather clothing. Everything is stored correctly. Always check this before every departure.
Sergey, it sounds like you're talking to your boss. Let's speak more informally. We're all friends here.
Basically, Commander, the main difficulties are poor understanding of the helicopter's flight altitude due to the lack of physical landmarks, failure of some systems due to constant frost, and of course, the most important thing is that monitoring our flight path must be carried out via radio beacons and the ISS-15 because medium wave frequencies are unreliable, coupled with VHF arc being unstable.
Useful information, thanks. I remember most of this after our hands-on training in Norilsk. DISS-15 data, heading 85. Distance to site, 66.1 kilometers.
What about NDBs?
Checking, Sage. Setting it up now.
If you don't mind, first of all, set Arc 9 to 807 kHz. This is Chelyabinsk 15. This is our reverse heading. Then SP58, 637 kHz. This is the first turning point of our route.
Enter the data, Andre. It's okay, I double-checked the NDB table on the tablet. Don't worry, Sergey, we know what we're doing, it's all under control. Takeoff heading 216. Ready for takeoff. Andre, check if system heat is on, please.
Ready for takeoff? Ready.
Ready for takeoff. Ready.
Ready for takeoff. Ready.
Commander, what are we waiting for? Ready for takeoff. We're ready.
Wait. Let me make up my own mind.
Ja, wenn es dem Typen zu langsam geht, kann er ja aussteigen, ja, kann er hinterherlaufen. Wer sich übrigens gewundert hat, warum wir eine neue Stimme haben für unseren Commander oder Engineer, wir haben quasi einen neuen bekommen, ja.
So, let's get to know each other, Master. We are the journalist group from the
BBC, hello. Can I ask you not to fly too high? Our cameraman has asked.
We'll try, Anastasia, but we have to follow flight direction from air traffic.
Okay, thanks.
the traffic control area. Commander, the current frequency is 130 megahertz.
I remember.
I worked 8 shifts here for 6 months. I know every square kilometer of the place. There are social stations here. Their call sign is Spora.
Are there a lot of bears?
Lots. I think a couple more shifts and we're covered there. But seriously, we better not wander off alone. There are a few bears around. They don't attack people, but they could mistake you for a walrus or a seal.
I wonder how I would look as a walrus.
I don't know about you, but Mitya, our flight engineer at Sochnaya Station, really must look like a walrus. He was attacked by bears a couple of times. Now, after the extended polar night, they are mainly near open water and migrating north. So you're not too likely to see them.
What a pity. I was hoping to see at least one. Well, there are no landmarks, but the landscape is just insane.
We have to navigate IFR only. It's great that all stations are equipped with LEDs, even the closed ones. As my first commander used to say, you can't trust your eyes. All the instruments on board, and sometimes even they aren't accurate because of magnetic anomalies.
But how do you fly here then? Don't trust your eyes or your instruments either?
King didn't tell about that though.
Don't worry, Andrew.
Master, how are you doing? Our camera is working.
Oh my god, what a surreal landscape. It's as if we were on another planet. How do you not get lost in this wide desert?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you that, Master. Classified apologies. Actually, it's called that.
Commander, I was told that it's your first flight today too. Do you mind if I interview about your thoughts?
Sure, but not right now. I need to focus, but I'll be happy to do that as soon as we get to our destination.
Let me tell you about the SP-58 station we're flying to. Plug your camera in here and connect your lighting gear.
Okay.
At the moment, we're flying to the west side of the island, which is bordered by the Ramtov Sea. Over the last few years, the weather in the Arctic is changing faster than it has over the whole of the 20th century. A huge ice flow will break off any day now, somewhere between Cape Morozov and Cape Chinova, and the flow to the Kara Sea along the Witkitsky Strait.
It's fantastic.
There's a DCS station on the ice floe, difficult to approach. It's called SP-58. Oceanologists will stay on it until it gets somewhere. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly where. We never asked Peter Lubavitch about it. He's a tall, bearded man right there. He'll tell you everything you need to know.
Thank you so much, Sergei.
When you're on Solnechnaya, come in and don't be shy. I'll tell you about the first North Earth expedition, which was commanded by Ushakov and so on.
Thank you, Sergei. We will definitely visit you again.
Listen, Suryoga, you're a real polar explorer. You know everything about these regions, so tell us, what does bear taste like?
I can tell you this. Today we don't eat bears, and we don't shoot them either. We have to preserve nature. We need to build, not to destroy. In the first half of the 20th century, Gulf bears were hunted here during the first archaeological expedition. 1 of 5 bears were killed in the 2-year period, and also about 200 seals. This is what the locals call walruses.
How do you know all this?
I had a good book about the expedition of Ushakov, Tuvansev, Guravlev, and Kodov. It's called 2 Years on North Earth. These two are real polar explorers. I'll definitely give it to you to read. You won't regret it. Commander, SP-58 on frequency 123 MHz. Request a report status. The hydrologists are used to helicopters, so they'll tell you exactly what you need to know with no mistakes.
Roger 123.0. Requesting a status update.
They don't have a specific call sign. Our crews usually use a Gazprom Avia call sign.
Sierra Papa 58, Gazprom Avia. Anyone listening? Sierra Papa 58, Gazprom Avia. Anyone listening?
This is SP-58, how's it going?
Helicopter is on approach. Report weather conditions and clear the heliport.
Reporting as procedure. Fedor called Fedja to the radio.
Station is in sight. Can you see the little columns of smoke? That's the visual landmark to look out for.
Gazprom. This is SP-58. Do you copy?
Affirmative. What's your status?
Обледенение. Обледенение.
Southwest. Light blown snow. Heliport is clear. Barometer indicates 772.
Roger weather. Stand by.
Roger. Holding.
There are lots of similar-looking heliports here. We are landing into the wind as close as possible to the windsock and flag. Better have a close look into the heliport at the campsite one more time.
Windsock in sight.
So, these flags are present at all stations in uncontrolled airspace.
Landing heading 230, method vertical landing from hover out of ground effect.
Ready for landing. Ready.
Ready to landing? Ready.
Ready for landing, ready. landing.
There's a stable position. I'll look after the two bottom passengers.
So, Andrew, what about the views?
I'm shocked, Dinka. Where are we? Looks like we're on another planet. I only hope we don't get lost.
Don't worry, we won't get lost.
Commander, next turning point. Reverse heading to Shmora, 265. Magnetic variation correction included. Distance, 66 kilometers.
Okay, everyone, stay calm. Board one at a time. First, we need to fix the cargo, and then you can take your seats. I'll disembark these passengers, and then you can pack everything and take your seats. Listen, keep calm or I'll throw everyone out.
I figured it out on an e-board. Commander, take a look. It's pretty easy. There's the NDB table, call sign, some information from the Secret Service. Interesting to know what it is. And here's a gold mine, but it's already closed and abandoned.
Oh, is there still gold to find?
Well, I don't know, Commander, but I wouldn't mind a free gold bracelet or two.
What have they been doing for so long?
Passengers are in their seats, cargo is secure.
These meteorologists are insane.
Try to go for about 6 miles from the campsite in the block office. Now you see how fast your body will start to change.
Okay, ready for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff? Ready.
Ready for takeoff. Ready.
Andre, tune the Arc 9 to Shmora. Take off.
Commander, it's time to change the frequency to 130 megahertz. We don't need this one anymore. Now we follow the reverse heading to Chelyabinsk 15, and you can set the Arc 9 to right there station.
Shmora Control, this is Romeo Alpha 22845 checking in.
Go ahead, 22845.
22845, current location, station SP58. Visual flight rules, continuing flight plan proceeding to White Bear Station. We'll contact again in 30 minutes.
Roger, please advise any updates to weather information. We will contact in 30 minutes.
Why didn't you go to the station right away? Is the NDB out of range?
It's in range, Commander, and it goes out to 250 kilometers on a flat surface. Failures do occur quite often, so in living routes, you should always track the nearest visual landmarks. Don't forget to calculate the flight time and keep track of your route. I had a situation on the last shift. The commander was flying as co-pilot, and the first officer was dismissed. Long story short, we got lost. We burned all our fuel and landed on fuel straight in the valley right in the snow. We almost froze to death, and we were waiting 20 hours to be rescued. By the way, we have come to replace them.
Yeah, it's great fun here.
The main thing is to not to relax, and everything will be fine.
So, we have a problem. The radio compass has failed.
Let's continue on the same course. It's going to work. Commander, hit it as hard as possible. It will work.
Ja, Leute, also keine Panik, einfach geradeaus durchfliegen.
Well, Nancy had grabbed meteorologists. She demanded horror stories from them, and they ran away from her.
Well, apparently they're not very talkative.
It seems they've just already said everything they know.
The radio compass works.
Обледенение. Обледенение.
Here is a military base. The visual landmark is along the way. But you can also follow the next turning point. Commander, it's up to you.
NDB station, polar bearer. 607 kilohertz, Andre.
Roger, 607 kilohertz. Inputting the data into the ARC-9.
told, the island is very small, but there are two military bases, Chelyabinsk 15, an army base, including the Air Force and missile troops.
I haven't seen the second one on the map.
And you won't. They have only one frequency, 118.5, but it's restricted, so we reported for using it. You can contact the Secret Service in case of an emergency.
Interesting.
Andrua likes all these conspiracy theories. Never mind, Sergei.
They have their base on the northern part of the island.
Information for DISS 15. Direction 229 degrees. The distance to White Bear Station is 65.2 kilometers. Serega, give us a landmark. What is Zimnik and where is it?
Zimnik is the ice road to our right. That's a good landmark for us. There is a small camp called Chelyabinsk 15, approximately halfway between the Polar Base Station and Spore Station, but they haven't equipped it with anything yet. All day they promise to clean in about 2 shifts' time.
You don't see this winter road. Generally, the icy desert's endless. But what's that spotty grass all around?
It's already beginning to fall in the tundra. Here, the snow begins to melt really quickly. I'm covering around the spars and exposed to vegetation for only a month, sometimes for a month and a half. To be honest, it's really like we're on a strange planet. There are no trees here, and no insects. Perhaps in a dozen million years, the entire planet will come up this island.
And why are there no modern navigation systems?
Thanks to security services, all satellite navigation is jammed. Nothing in the military are able to do anything about it. To be honest, they must have something very serious there. It's a restricted zone. Flying over it is strictly forbidden, even by the military from Chelyabinsk 15. They know it there too, but they're not supposed to discuss it. Something very strange is going on there.
What the hell? Poltergeist or what?
Call it what you want. The guys from Myanmar once got lost and wandered into the restricted zone. Then they told us their story, but then the whole crew was suddenly transferred somewhere else. No one knows where and why. Is there a small unfrozen lake in front to the right? This is a visual landmark. The winter ice road runs along it, and it turns outwards, and this section will be closer to it. If you look closely or fly closer, you'll see some abandoned all-terrain vehicles. They're like flagpoles indicating the direction of the road.
Commander, estimated time of arrival at the station?
White Bear is on the same channel as SP58, 123 megahertz.
Frequency 123 megahertz. Will request. White Bear, this is Gazpromavia. White Bear, this is Gazpromavia. Helicopter is on approach.
Обледенение. Обледенение.
Gazprom Avia. This is White Bear. Helicopter speaking.
White Bear, Gazpromavia is on approach. Requesting weather update and check the heliport, please.
Copy that. The weather conditions are as follows. Pressure is 747. Wind is 4 meters per second. Direction 060 degrees. Kampagne. No precipitation in the vicinity. Our port is ready since yesterday. We're waiting for you.
Copy that. Stand by, White Bear.
Copy that. Preparing for land.
Landing course 240, method vertical landing from hover out of ground effect.
Ready to landing. Ready.
Ready to landing? Ready.
Ready for landing? Ready.
Ja, hier hatte ich nicht richtig hingehört und ich dachte, der Wind kommt von der anderen Seite. Und ich dachte, wir müssen dann quasi auch von der anderen Seite anfliegen. War aber nicht so. Und deshalb bin ich hier auch ein bisschen langsamer. Aber wir müssen ganz normal, wir fliegen quasi 240 auf das Ding zu. Also wenn ihr selber fliegt, straight forward auf das Ding drauf.
stable position. So passengers, do not linger. Make your way out of the aircraft as quickly as possible.
Sarrega's a great guy.
Well, the main thing is he knows this area really well. And for everything else, well, if he's not like us, we'll teach him. There are two of us, and he is by himself.
Data for DISS-15. Direction is 232 degrees. The distance to the Solnechnya station is 42.5 kilometers.
I'm here. I did some tricks, so I managed to get rid of 4 more passengers. Commander, a full load is 750 kilograms.
Great. Get ready for takeoff.
Ready for takeoff.
Wait, there's no MDB data for Solnechnaya and Yak 9.
Oh, that's right, Sergei. Fine fellow, you've discovered that so quickly. Andrew, wake up.
The MDB frequency of Solnechnaya is 705 kilohertz.
Ready for takeoff. Arc 9 is working now, heading to 238 degrees.
Great. Take off.
sensitive area is all the way on our right, about 40 kilometers to the north.
It is for now, but I intend to sort this out.
Look, Andre, you better not joke about this. Seriously, not ask these questions to people who don't know. This is very much a forbidden topic here.
Come on, Sarega. I'm just joking.
Sergey, to the left. Those mountains are fabulous.
Geologists say that these aren't mountains, but what is left of them. The mountains have eroded over thousands of years with frost and wind. Here we have Station Najanira, which is closed, Cape Anseva and Cape Mukoeva. Well, there are about 15 working wells.
Are there many flights in this area?
Yes, quite often. If the well is stopped for more than 12 hours, we transport a group of technicians from Mi-8MTV2. And in this area, near Cape Anseva, wells are constantly rising. The equipment can't operate for long in these extreme temperatures. Well, there's a bit left of our house, Schnell station. Although the sun is a rare thing there. By the way, we're incredibly lucky. The weather forecast expects wonderful sunny weather, wind calm, perfect visibility.
I think this flight will never end.
Oh, come on, Andre. Remember how we flew 300 kilometers over the sea? This is a similar situation, but even simpler.
I agree, Commander. I'm just a little tired of this blinding snow.
Then you better not take your glasses off, Andre. Listen to my advice. At first, I was very tired of this glow too. Even the threat of snow blindness, such an unpleasant pain. Commander, we are on schedule to the station. Frequency is 126 MHz for Odkrytka control.
126.0, copy that. Odkrytka control, Gazpromavia on approach, over.
Which Gazpromavia? Please identify your exact call sign. Everybody in Gazpromavia here.
Oh, sorry, Odkrytka control. This is Romeo Alpha 22845 on approach. Passengers and cargo on board. Request METAR, over.
Clear to approach. QOV 762. Wind is 036 degrees. 4 meters by second. Contact tower.
Odkrytka control 22845. METAR received. QFE 762. Contact tower. Romeo Alpha 22845 out.
Открытка 845, рубеж 7:0.
Ja, hier ist halt wieder das Gleiche. Ich weiß nicht, was er will. Ob ich zu irgendeinem NDB, ob ich einen ganz bestimmten Approach fliegen soll oder irgendetwas. Keine Ahnung. Probiert es die ganze Zeit und es geht nicht mit dem Funk. Deshalb werde ich auch gleich mal ein bisschen kürzen bis zur Landung. Weil ich bin dann natürlich wieder ein bisschen langsamer geflogen.
Landing heading 230, method vertical landing from a hover in ground event.
Ready to landing? Ready.
Ready to landing. Ready.
Ready for landing? Ready. Surge, what is that enormous industrial monster on the horizon?
This is an oil and gas refinery. The reason we are all here. About 40,000 pounds of oil are refined here every day. Then goes to the mainland.
Where?
The mainland. Continent.
Got it. 40,000 tons.
Открытка 845. Рубеж 1:0.
Landing.
That's the stable position.
Left correction lever, warming up for 5 minutes. Engineer, shut down the engine. Passengers are still in their seats.
Copy that. Engine shut down in 5 minutes. Here is our station Kampagne. Welcome everyone.
So, damit hat man die Mission geschafft. War wie gesagt gar nicht so schlecht. Bisschen lang gezogen, bisschen viel Texte, bisschen viel Gelaber dazwischen. Aber ja, ist halt so wie im normalen Flug. Schade halt, dass man in dieser weißen Wüste auch nicht so viel sieht. Aber ansonsten gute Mission. Und ich freue mich auf die nächste. Und ich hoffe, wir sehen uns. Bis dahin, ciao, ciao.